Here are 5 signs that often pop up just before God puts two people in a successful relationship together. And if you've been enjoying these videos but you have not yet officially joined the AGW community, one of the best ways you can show your support for me and this channel is by tapping the subscribe button. Number 1. If you and this person are learning to be honest but timely and sharing your feelings for each other, this is a good sign God is preparing you to have a successful relationship together. One of the most common ways a connection gets off to a rocky start is by two people struggling to find the right balance between expressing interest and waiting for the right time. It's really easy to say something too soon or to wait too long and miss the moment. But when God is preparing a single Christian man and woman to date each other, He will give them the wisdom to know how to avoid playing games and opt for just being honest while also not jumping the gun and word vomiting all their feelings too soon. Ideally, two mature Christians will just be honest with each other. Hey, I really like you and would love to get to know you better on a different level. Would you like to go on a date with me? Or, we've been friends for a while now and I want to be honest that I see you as more than a friend. I want to know if you'd be my girlfriend. Clear statements like these work much better than childish games where everyone needs to read between the lines because no one is just saying how they really feel. But all this needs to happen at the right time, not too soon and not too late. I wish I could give you a formula with exact timelines, but each relationship situation is different. So each of you will need to walk with God to know when is the right time to just be honest about your feelings. As Proverbs 2:6-8 explains, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From His mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of His saints." Number 2, if you two are excited but being wisely patient before jumping into a serious committed relationship together, this is a good sign God is preparing you to have a successful relationship. It's healthy to be excited about someone you really like, and you want them to be excited about you too. But you also want to both possess the patience to not rush the healthy stages that should come before a serious committed relationship is formed. In my opinion, I don't think it matters that much how a relationship starts. Some relationships start after a long season of friendship, while other relationships start after meeting someone online and instantly going on a date with this person. What is more important, in my view, is what happens before a serious commitment is made. Whether you are friends or you have already gone on some dates, before you enter into a serious committed relationship with this person where marriage is a real possibility, you should take your time and make sure you are not rushing the process. For example, Ruth and Boaz clearly liked each other. In Ruth 2, Boaz showed special kindness to Ruth. In Ruth 3, Ruth showed special interest in Boaz. But in Ruth chapter 4, Boaz made sure to follow the proper process to become her kinsman redeemer. While your process will be different than their process, there is always a process. So if you two are both excited about each other, but you are also showing the proper maturity to proceed wisely and patiently, this is a good sign God is preparing you to have a successful relationship together. Number 3, if other people already know what you two are pretending to not know, this is often a sign God is preparing you to date. Sometimes the only two people in the room who don't know you and this person are going to end up dating each other is you and this person. It's not necessary for other people to recognize your chemistry together and mutual interest, but oftentimes it is a sign that you two truly do like each other when other people are noticing it before you two are even ready to fully admit this. This is what happened between my wife and I. Bethany and I were a part of a great group of friends before we started dating. Once we did take that step, our friends were not shocked at all to hear the news. The reaction was more like, "About time, you two obviously liked each other." It's interesting that when you read through the book of Song of Solomon, it's not just a man and woman speaking. There are also sections dedicated to what their friends are saying too. Again, this is not necessary, but it is a good form of confirmation when your friends see the connection and validate that you two would be good together. Number 4, if you both have removed the rose colored glasses before dating each other, this is often a sign God is preparing you both to have a successful relationship together. Romantic feelings between a man and woman are a blessing from God, but when used improperly, they can also blind us from truth and wisdom. When people refuse to take their love goggles off and they can't see any flaws in this other person, this will actually hurt their relationship. Seeing some problems and flaws in yourself and in this other person does not automatically mean God is saying you should not date. God uses relationships to grow us. And even when you get married, your relationship will still have many problems and issues that need to be dealt with. When a man and woman can be excited about each other while also not pretending their future will be perfect together, this is a good sign God is preparing them to be successful together. Notice that when the angel came to Mary to reveal that she would give birth to Jesus, he said, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God." Obviously, giving birth to Jesus was God's blessing to Mary, but let's not forget the trouble and hardship this blessing brought into Mary's life, too. People surely assumed she was unfaithful to Joseph. Herod would hunt her to kill her baby, and she had to watch Jesus die and suffer. But remember, Mary was favored by God. My point is, don't be deceived by rose-colored glasses. God's blessing and favor will come with difficulties too. It's always worth it when we follow God's will for our lives and relationships, but we must follow Jesus with eyes wide open so we can deal with the messiness of real life by His grace as we also receive His favor on us. And number 5, if you both embraced your season of singleness so you are both now well prepared for a relationship, this is a good sign God is putting you two together and it will go well. Wise people make a concentrated effort not to waste any season of their life. Every season has a purpose to it, but if we are not careful, we can squander the gifts God intends to give us in each of these seasons by only looking ahead to the next season rather than embracing the one we are in right now. It's not wrong to want to be in a relationship, but don't waste your season of singleness either. When a man and woman used their singleness wisely, they will be better prepared to have a successful relationship once God does put them together. As Galatians 6 verse 9 states, "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up."